First off, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who have taught me this truth. I want to give peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, who teach this truth and risk their life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, when the video is edifying, Lord, I can get something from this video. Quick video through the spirit, man, on my way back from the gym, just in transit. One thing I was thinking about today, man, was I had a conversation a week and probably like a week, almost 2 weeks ago, with someone that was that's in the truth, and the brother's not he's not like, he didn't get kicked out the camp or anything like anything like that, you know what I mean? But he just decided to part, and sometimes, it's like that, you know what I mean? As long as, the brother's teaching the right thing and, sticking to the doctrine, then, hey, he could be a part of that number, you know what I mean? But it's the guys that, leave the camp, and start teaching a different doctrine and start coming up against the ministry, and you start seeing these guys and, they wax worse and worse, and that's a scary thing, man, because scriptures say, when you rebuke, roughly paraphrasing the scripture, I think it's in Corinthians if I'm not mistaken, but when you rebuke, make sure you consider it yourself, man. The scriptures is when you read the scriptures, it'll cut you and it'll cut the person you're reading it to. If you ain't right, you're gonna get cut too. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, ain't no hypocrites in this thing, man. Now, we ain't perfect, but the difference is that, from us in the world is that, man, we're trying, man. You gotta try. We in this flesh, man. This flesh is, like Apostle Gabar made a video, was it a week ago? I had watched it, and he had mentioned something beautiful, man. He was like, this flesh is wicked, man. This flesh is wicked, but we got to do our and it was a beautiful video, because when you go into that video, you start to get a lot of understanding on, what this thing is about, man, what this walk is about. That's the beautiful part about it, It's not a beautiful thing that the flesh is wicked. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? But, understanding that this flesh is going to go off and the flesh wants to do wicked, man, and you can't give in to it, man. Now, you're going to slip and you're going to fall, but scripture say what? The wicked fall into mischief. The righteous get back up again and keep trotting, man. Keep trotting, and don't lose what you have, man. Don't lose what you have. The portion that you have in this truth and the understanding that you have, don't lose it. Hang on to it, because that's the only life. That's the only life, man. That's the only life force. Ain't nothing else. Ain't nothing else in this world, because the world is dark. Shit is dark, man. You talk to the people, they dark, man. I was watching this interview, and I'm gonna just, speak on it just briefly. I might do a video on that if the Lord put the spirit on me to do so. But man, I was watching this video of this bodyguard, man, and I had mentioned it in a sit down on Wednesday. Of this bodyguard, he was mentioning that what goes on at these celebrity parties, like Diddy, right, when he's bodyguarding these different, high names and all that shit, and what's really going on behind closed doors, that they don't want you to know about, that they're supposedly supposed to keep secret, but it's not a secret, because we know these guys like guys. You know what I mean? Like, and when you start hearing this shit, like, one of the first things I thought about was that, like, man, it's a blessing to have this truth, and it's a blessing because we're the only real men, man. We are the only real men in the world, man. You're not a real man unless you got this truth, because the reason why I say that is because, you got some tough guys and manly men out there, right? But when you peel the onion back, these guys aren't right. You're not right unless you got this truth. You ain't right, man. And you don't have discernment and judgment unless you got this truth. Now, you may know some things, right? You might have wisdom in certain areas that, brothers could pick up on. Like, for instance, I watch certain guys like Navy SEAL guys and all that, and these guys have, and people like that or whatever, or these so-called influencers, all right, and you can pick up certain shit that's good in what they do, you know what I mean, and what they preach and what they say, you can pick up and you can use it. They have wisdom on the things that they know, but as far as righteousness, the world doesn't know anything about that. Only the man in this truth knows about righteousness, man. You know what I mean? That's it. Because what? We try to strive for it. And we the only ones that's trying to strive for it. Man, you look at this, the men in this society, bro, you get to looking at the women in this society, man, you start realizing that this shit is fucked up. Shit ain't right, man. Shit is not right. Shit is straight fucked up, man. And guess what? They would rather have it so. All right, fuck it, so what? So what? It's fucked up. Like, yeah, you got women parading themselves at an all-time high being harlots. And that's something to be proud about. And scripture clearly tells you that a harlot should be compared unto spittle. She spit. Shameless, a dog, man. But yet that's shame. Being shameless is what's pinnacle. And scripture said what? The world, it shall wax worse and worse. When you go to what's that? 2nd Esdras 14. What is that? 2nd Esdras? It's in 2nd Esdras, if I'm not mistaken, man. It says what? The world should get weaker. How I go, man? The world should get weaker in aid. Man, I kind of want to grab it. It says wicked shall be increased. So brothers could, you hear the video, you could feel free to leave it in the comment section. But it says wickedness shall be increased, right? And that's what's being increased, right? Man has gotten weaker through age, and wickedness is being increased. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture, man. And that's what's going on, right? And the scripture say what? That the wisdom of this world is foolish with the Most High. There ain't no wisdom in this world, man. It ain't it's foolish, man. The wisdom in this world is foolish. It ain't when it come to righteousness, man, come on, bro. These people don't know anything. But back to the so-called celebrity parties and all this shit, man. You start realizing how weird these motherfuckers are, man. And then you got these women that like I know a woman, man, I used to deal with this shit in the world, and we kind of grew up together and shit, and I remember we was hanging out, and she was like bragging about how she was in these high named niggas section, right? And then you peel an onion back on these niggas, and these niggas is flaming homosexuals. You know what I mean? And you start looking at these bitches like that's what you like, that's what you fuck with. It's crazy, man. You're only a real man if you got this truth. You're only a real man if you serve Yahweh while Yahweh Shah. And other than that, you either serving your flesh, which is wicked, or you serving these women, which is wicked. Or you succumbing to the ways of this world, which is wicked. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Another thing that was pointed out in that video was that he said, man, he had talked to a pimp, and the pimp was like, man, when a man have too much of one thing, he start craving the other thing. He said that made him go celibate for 2 years because he didn't want to start craving the other thing, which the other, I'm talking about, the most shit, right? And immediately I thought about, people feeding the flesh, and the only thing that they know is the flesh. So they feed it. They don't know anything of the spirit because they don't know the Lord. They don't know anything of the spirit, man. They feed their flesh. They love their flesh, right? And when you feed the flesh too much, this is the type of shit that happens. And then you start going down a motherfucking rabbit hole, man. Going down deep in the fucking rabbit hole, seeing how far it can go. And in this world, that shit don't stop. Shit don't stop. You could be in a world of hurt, man. Like, damn, You look back at the shit that you did. These niggas will look back at the shit that they've been doing and that they did. You know what I mean? And be ashamed, man. Be a fucking shame. Like, damn, you niggas went that low. You did that. But right now, you can't tell these niggas nothing, man. You can't tell these niggas nothing. Scripture say, what is that? Proverbs 4, where it says, roughly paraphrasing the scripture, hang tight to wisdom, or to this truth, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. So therefore you don't be basically disappointed at the latter end. Like, damn, like, what did I do? Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, these people are going to be disappointed at the latter end. Stick to righteousness, which could deliver you, man. But no, they feel like nobody's here, nobody sees what they're doing, nobody's here to hold them accountable. So it's in their mind to do wickedness. The scriptures say what? Since judgment is executed speedily, men have their hearts set upon evil. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture, man. So they don't give a fuck. They don't care, man. These niggas don't give a fuck. These women don't give a fuck. And the more weirder you are, the more a bitch gonna like you. You know what I mean? But I just show you what kind of woman she is. And listen, man, I'm not coming from a bitter place. You're not. I feel like sometimes when we talk and we give wisdom and we give our gems and all that, you got people like that watch our videos and think we don't have women or we don't deal with women. We deal with women, man. We have women. Some of us have multiple women, right? That's why we're able to tell you the type of shit that go on, man. Because we understand what the fuck going on. It's you niggas in the world that don't understand that don't understand shit about these women. But when it comes to this knowledge and this truth and this understanding, part of that wisdom is understanding what the woman is about. Right? When you go to prove it, when you go to First Esdras, the 3rd and 4th chapter, you can read about it. You know what I mean? You can read about what a woman to do, how she'll try to humiliate you. And all these niggas don't know that, man. But when you have wisdom, you understand how to deal with the woman. When you have wisdom, you understand how to guide your household. When you have wisdom, you understand what women not to deal with. You could call a bitch play before she call it, man. When you have wisdom. But when you in this world and there's nothing but darkness, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You're blind, man. And that's why these bitches is running amok on you niggas, man. You know what I mean? These bitches running amok on you niggas, man. Knowing what the fuck they want to do, how they want to do it, playing you niggas against each other. All kind of shit, man. Like I heard, like check this out, man. You'll have a fucking, if women, some people compare women to cats and men to dogs, right? Cold thing about a dog is that you don't really have a puppy problem in the neighborhood, right? But you'll see when a dog mate, right? You're all in certain neighborhoods, you always gonna have a cat problem before you have a fucking dog problem. But you don't never see a cat mate, do you? That's these women, they sneaky. Everything is in secret. Everything is behind closed. Even a hoe, the bitch could be paraded all throughout her social media and her Instagram and all that, and still play like she's modest or still wanting to play the cat and mouse game with bitch. We know what your between your legs look like. We know what's under your bra. We know what that look like. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy, man. But you again can't really like feed into that shit. You gotta know how to play the system, man, or get played by the system. Or don't fuck with it at all. I don't listen to them. If you don't have wisdom in certain areas, man, you don't know how to deal with women, bro, or deal with certain things, or you can't go out and you don't know how to fucking keep your composure. You don't know how to keep your cool, and you a hothead, and brothers always gotta calm you down, man. Stay in the house. Stay in the fucking house. Scripture said don't tempt the Lord, man. But if you know how to deal with women and you know how to conduct yourself when you go out and you know how to control your liquor, you know how to control certain different things and all that, and you have wisdom in these areas, right? Because again, First Esdras 3 and 4, man, talks about, wine and women, man. The king, wine, and women, man. If you don't have, the knowledge and wisdom in certain areas, bro, stay the fuck away from them, man. Because the shit can ruin you, man. Until you're able to get around brothers that got certain different key points and gems on certain different things, and you're able to get counsel on certain things, but don't fuck with it, man. Scripture say do nothing without, roughly paraphrasing, I believe it says what? Do do nothing without counsel. If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to put, bash the scripture. You know what I mean? But again, I'm driving, man. But seek counsel, man. I don't know if it says seek counsel or do nothing without counsel. Slakia if I'm wrong. But scriptures talk about seeking counsel, man. And you got men around you with wisdom. Use it. Use it. It says that in the Apocrypha, man. It's a rock. We're out the doorsteps of a man that got wisdom. That's what it's here for, man. A brother might be smart in one area and not smart in this area, but the area he lacking, the other brother is smart in. And it's a body. It's a body, man. It's a body. We all benefit each other, which is a beautiful thing. Okay. So hey, man, just a quick video. With that, man, love when the video's edifying. Love when I got something from this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kwakadash. I want to tell you brothers to keep pushing. On to the next. Shalom.